Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 51 of my podcast, Followers Fake or Real. I'm Jill from Jill Georges, and this is the vlog where we create an anchor podcast, which is my podcast, Followers Fake or Real, and doing episode 51. And I pretty much go through the process of how I do this with the Anchor app. However, I use it on desktop because that way you can see how you can make a podcast, and we go from there. So if you're interested, come take a look. So the Anchor podcast, we start off with the transition, the music you hear beforehand. I start with Heist. You can use whatever you want. So I just press plus here. But I probably should have mentioned to you, so rather than stop taping, up here you can see it says Anchor, 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 and then go .fm, and you go there, you register, it's free, and voila, you can start your podcasting. So once you do that, come over here where it says new episode, and you start creating a new episode. You've got your tabs here, pretty much what you want to use as a basic episode. You can use the transition in, record, and a transition out, and then publish, and you're good to go. So this is how I do it. When I do my transition, I pop it in there, and it should be over on this side. It's not going to go anywhere else. That's where it's going to go. Then I start a new recording. So you can either do this through your laptop or you can do it through the app. If you do it through the laptop, you'll have internal microphone, so it's going to hear you. On your app, it's going to give you a nice clearer sound, but through internal microphone, it's not gonna. Moving right along. And record a new segment, make sure it can hear me, and start. Good morning, or should I say good afternoon, everyone. This is Jill coming to you from Jill Georges. This is my podcast, Followers Fake or Real, episode 51. Don't forget, please subscribe. This is my podcast, Followers Fake or Real. It's the podcast that scrutinizes social media accounts, business accounts, personal accounts, websites, and I call it out whether I think it's fake or real, or I'll just educate you, just going step by step through their social media, websites, giving you a bit of clarity to something that you may never have seen in a little bit more detail, and then you can make your own call by scrutinizing it yourself. Yesterday, I pointed out a perfectly good social media site, which was on Twitter, which was crayrate.com. And it's the same sort of thing. It was a dating app, and you just get back and have a look and scrutinize it and see what you think. And the same thing today. However, today is totally different. Today is a woman who is a personal and or business, and she has various accounts all over the place. She has some side work as well. I'll briefly go through that, but if it's something of interest to you, not only is she overseas because I'm in Australia, she's in NYC, but it may be of interest to you to think, what a marvelous idea. So let's get on with the show. So I just had to wait for that to stop recording. So this is what we get here. And when this finishes, we stop it. We don't stop it. We plus it, and it goes into the next episode, the end of the first transition. There it is. Oh my God. Plus, and there you see it. Then I go to another transition, and I use Glurch, and there you can see it. I've got the first transition, the first seg, and then the second transmission, and we're going into the next segment. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so welcome back to the second part of the segment. I think when you say second part, it would probably be the middle. Anyway, let's get on with the podcast. So I spoke about the transition, the recording, the transition. We're on to the recording, and let us begin. Excuse me. Make sure here. Yeah. So welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. And as I mentioned, the lady that I was talking about, she's on Instagram and her name is Ellie Walker NYC. And the reason that I was interested in Ellie Walker NYC is I am interested in yoga, but even more so, I am interested in drunk yoga. Now, I don't think the concept that she's come up with is to get smashed, because in Australia we like to have a drink with a barbecue, or after work, or at night, or on the weekend. It's a bit of a drinking culture we have here. But for someone to not have the stereotype of, how do I explain it, looking down upon because that yoga class is drinking wine, and whilst doing yoga, by the way. And this seems to be quite successful venture. She founded this, so I'll just give you a little bit of a taste just of what she's put up here. If you follow, I'll be there, yoga mat. And basically this is her promo where she has her wine. But, some people after yoga go out for wine. So why not have it during yoga? Have your wine, have your cider, have your whatever. Enjoy yourself, be a bit more, social, unless traditionally it's all shh during yoga. Make it fun. And yes, I suppose, why would you be making it fun during exercising with yoga? But for her, it's all about mindfulness as well. So anyway, Ellie Walker NYC. I've also noticed she's Ellie Walker, Ms. Ellie Walker, ELIWALKER NYC on Insta, Ms. MS ELIWALKER on Twitter. She's got a Facebook page, Ellie Walker NYC. I think it's an interesting concept, people. I think she's onto something. And I'm not a yogi, is that what it is? A yogi teacher? But if you are listening, maybe you could be, and stop the stigma. I don't know. We'd find it more fun. So there you go. I have pointed a little bit about her. Haven't gone into huge detail. If I wanted to, I could do an additional recording. So what I will do is I'll do an additional recording, because she did have a website. So I'm going to go up there, back to my recording, and record it. Now, just before I forget, peeps, I wanted to mention she does have a website, which is elliewalkerprojects.com. Same name spelling, projects.com. And it's just a whole bunch of stuff about here. She has drunk yoga, divine your story. She works within her community. She's a performer. She literally does performance. She's got show reels on there via YouTube. You can have a look there. She's got a blog. As I said, she does yoga, and you've got your contact details there. But the point that I was really looking at her was mainly to do with the drunk yoga. And as I always discover, is that people are about so much more. But it's up to you to scrutinise, and you make that decision whether you think whatever you might want to think. I think that someone in Brisbane should start this. I'm just saying. You get my drift? And that's what I mean. You do your second segment. I'm going to drop that in. And also, if you notice here, I've got 2 minutes 58. So the thing with Anchor is if I want to use any of it for marketing purposes, I need to keep it under 3 minutes. It adds an additional second, so I have to keep it under 2 minutes 59. And then you can convert it via the app for video with subtitling. So the other one's 1 minute 18. I might use that. It's less. So what I'll do with these, I'll drop them in. 258, 118, and then you'll see. Oh, maybe not. I'm in the road. Hold on. Whee. See? And then we'll do transition, which I use popcorn. And there you go. And that's my final segment. So I will see you in a moment. Okay, so welcome back to the final segment. Don't forget, let's keep up. All right, chaps. Where am I? Okay, last recording. Here we go. Ahem. All right, folks, thank you, and welcome back to the final segment where we talked about Ellie Walker NYC on Instagram with her drunk yoga. That is Do Drunk Yoga as her tag on Instagram. The photograph, or not the photograph, the video that I put up on Instagram says that her next session is at Our Wicked Ladies Rooftop Thursday, 4 to 5:30 p.m. That would be in NYC. I'm sorry, I don't know where that it is, but you can have a look if you're interested. Sounds fabulously relaxing is all I have to say. Ellie Walker NYC on Insta, Ellie Walker NYC on Facebook, Ms. Ellie Walker on Twitter, and her website is elliewalkerprojects.com. I got a huge amount out of that. I feel revitalized in the knowledge that hopefully someone will hear this or see it and hear it on my social media that'll get out, that people will go, what a great idea. The other thing is it also contributes to the economy. You buy a bottle of wine, you use a responsible service of transportation home. So if it's a cab or Uber, or it's contributing to your state or whatever transportation system, or maybe you're having a good time and you ring up a friend, or a friend came with you and you decide to go out afterwards. Again, you're contributing to the community. All I see is good things here. Good. You don't do it all the time. That would just, But I would do it. I'm there. So if someone in Brisbane comes up with it, great. And if they don't, well, maybe I'll learn to be a yogi teacher. No, that's not going to happen. But maybe someone else will. But thank you everybody for listening to my podcast and my vlog. You're all fabulous people, and I love yous. I love you so much. Don't forget, subscribe to all of my social medias. You can look it up on my Instagram page with all my links, and it'll take you to all of them. And until tomorrow, I'll be back talking about episode 52 of Followers Fake or Real. See you then. So there we go. That's it. That's the end of the message. So what we basically do is we're going to move me over here. we pop that what do you call it? Segment. Sorry, that took me so long. We pop that segment into here and then we save it. And when we save it, we put up what the name of the episode is, a little bit of a blurb, and then publish. So quick like, we go plus. I'm going to go first of all to my transitions because I do music before my episode. You can do this, but you're better luck with doing it on the app. But it can be done. It can be done. Sorry about moving me around. And then what I do is I go up here, I save the episode, and it takes you to here, here, and here. And because I've got a whole bunch of these, I just go 51, and then I start my blurb. Thank you. And I'm going to be editing because I want to add music. But normally you just go publish, and voila. It's published to Facebook and Twitter. So you have to pair it, but it's published. That's how you see mine. So anyway, I'm not going to go publish. I'm going to go save and see I can edit. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, please subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your foe. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then. Ciao.